This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me here on this video. It's very much appreciated. Right, what we're going to do today is we're going to revisit the yearling sales of 2023. I took a look at one particular stallion in those sales, notably Persian King. And what I did is I looked at three sales, the Arcana sales, Tattersalls Book 1, and I think the other one was Book 1 of the Goths Orby sale, just to see what 2-year-olds I could find, yearlings at the time, 2-year-olds for racing this season I could find in the first crop of the stallion Persian King. That was the first video. The second video was done a month or two later when we looked after the sales had happened, and then we took a look at how the lots I identified did at the sales, whether they went through the ring, whether they were sold, how much they were sold for exactly, that sort of thing. That was around the end of 2023. Obviously now we're in the summer of 2024 and the 2-year-old races are in full swing now. We've had the first Group 3 pattern race for 2-year-olds held in Ireland. Royal Ascot is around a fortnight away, where we will see the first pattern race, group race action for 2-year-olds in the UK. And we've also had a couple of listed races for 2-year-olds in France. So I think now would be a pretty good time to revisit those lots and see how they are actually progressing. Before I do that, I will guide you to retcicracing2020.great/site.net, one of the old horse racing sites from around 2020. Couple of sales articles on that site, it's fair to say, and other things going on as well. Horses were running, and if they're on the track in around 2019 and 2020, this is the place really for the horses I was looking at for those times. Right, we're going to take a look first at the stallion himself, Persian King. You'll see 107 foals hit the ground. So far, he's only had 4 runners this season. None of them have managed to trouble the judge. 3 fillies and 1 colt. He has had 2 placed horses between 5 furlongs and 6 furlongs. And 3 of them have ran in France, and 1 of them has ran in Spain. So very early days as of yet from the sire, it's fair to say, with no victories at all. Right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a look at the lots that I identified, and then we're going to see what we can find out about them. The first ones were Arcana. Lot 4 was withdrawn from the sale in the end by the vendor Harris de Krankamp. From the family, if people scroll down, of 3 troikas and 3 angels and horses like that. This one has been named, it has been named Olia, in training with Andre Farb and owned by Mademoiselle Lavinia Farb, owns 65%, and Hubert Guy owns 35%. Olia, female, training with Andre Farb, the horse yet to be entered in any races at this stage. The next one, lot 47, was another filly out of Saliana. This one was not sold back to the vendor Harras de Elon for €42,000. And this one has also been named Dogna Laura. Dognalaua in training with Frederick Chappé, leased 100% to Frank McNulty by Thierry de la Haronnière, who is also the breeder of the horse. And this one also has had no entries at all at this stage. The next one, lot number 56, was another one withdrawn at the sale by the vendor, Haras de Etraham. This one out of Safrua. There's the family of Sophisticat and Serena's Song and such top-class horses of that nature. This one is actually called Treble T. Treble T, running in the owners of Michael Gagan et al. 70% Haras Etraham, bred it 30% Riviera Equine Sale. And it is in training in the UK, according to France Gallup, with Simon and Ed Crisford. And hopefully it says there the race record is nothing and there's no entries at this stage. The next one we're going to take a look at was lot 115 at the Arcanu sale out of Wazazu. This one consigned by Harris de Etraham and sold to Frederick Head for €160,000 at the sale. And it has been named Rue de l'Odion. Rue de l'Odion in training with Christopher Head, owned by the Écurie Rose de Gannet and bred by Haras de Etraham. Rue de l'Odion, €160,000 purchase. No entries at this stage for the horse. Lot 145 was out of a dam called Aurora Gold, a half-sister to Sun Maiden from the family of Midday, Midterm. Very good horses, Reams of Verse, El Mamul, Manifest, top class Juddmonte progeny. This one was also sold in a private sale to Coulances for €135,000, sold to Peter and Ross Doyle and Richard Hannon. And people see that this one is called Upator. Upator is there running in the colours of Michael Pescod, according to this, trainer S. Di Barros. And you'll see that as another one that has had no entries at all. So these horses, none of them have raced at this stage. None of them have even been entered in for races at this stage. So this is a video where you need to write the horses' names down and add them into some sort of tracker that you use if you're interested in any of these horses. The next one, lap 168, out of Cap Verite, consigned by La Motteret Consignment. This one not sold, bought back in for €70,000. This one, Cap Verite, out of the family of Blue Monday. They also obviously won the Group 3 Art Trial. Also the family of New Mandate, Memas, Luso, Warsan, Needlegun, Cloud Castle, the Great Dam. Some very nice horses on this line, it's fair to say. And this horse has been named also Cap Saint Martin. Cap Saint Martin in training with Joseph O'Brien in the colours of Sam Sangster and L. Warren, bred by Sam Sangster as well. Another one, this one probably will be seen in Ireland at some point. Again, no entries and no performances at this stage. Lot 207 was out of Extra Charge, consigned by Haras Dumont Dumont. This one out of Extra Charge. You'll see the second dam leader listed races there, and Birage from the family of Wooden Basset. Under the third dam, this horse, and also Silver Patriarch, Coronation Cup winner. This one was sold for £25,000, €25,000, sorry, to Federico Barberini and Ahmed Al-Sheikh. And this horse has been named Al Mumayaz and has been exported to Great Britain. Al Mumayaz, that's all we can find out. There's no colour reference all we can see is the horse has been exported to Great Britain. So that's one that could be, because the way the British track their horses of this nature, they only put them on the racing post when they race. So at the minute, there'll be no page for Al Mamiyaz at this stage. Lot 263 is out of Cairo, and this one was consigned by Haras du Capucines. You see, this is the family of Urban Sea. The fifth dam Allegretta, the dam of Urban Sea and King's Best. Fourth dam A la Luchois is the dam of French Jockey Club winner Anabar Blue. Great House, Group 3 winner in Australia under the third dam as well. As there's some very nice horses in the back of this pedigree. This one was sold for €55,000 to Sal Trotting Bloodstock. And it has been named Lanamaya. Lanamaya has changed trainer provisionally. I think that is the third of the sixth. Just recently racing in the colours of Ecurie Equus Racing. Dubois at 34 and 33% respectively. And Mademoiselle Il Katsaras, 33% of the breeding premium Chedenia crew from racing in France. Lanamaya, again, another one with no entries and no performances. That's the end of the Arcana ones. I did say that the ones in the UK and Ireland, their sales, they were quite hard to trace. It's fair to say, because the pages are only created on the Racing Post, the site I would use for this sort of thing, once the horse is raced. What I can tell you, lot 81 at Goffs was sold for €17,000 to MC Thoroughbreds out of Shandira from the family of Shalanaya, Giant Sandman, a good horse in Scandinavia, and the fourth dam Charmine was the dam of Shergar. Sold MC Thoroughbred, €17,000. Couldn't find any evidence of this one being named at this stage. Lot 131 was a full sister, or brother, to Territories. Sold to Shannonville Stables for €7,000. Territories, a decent stallion, side a group winner today in France. But on the negative side of that, his half-sister, Monte Missola, was absolutely stuffed out of sight in one of the French pattern races today as well, in France. So again, I can't find anyone that is willing to tell me what the name of this horse is at this stage, consigned by Ringfort Stud. This one, the third one in Ireland, lot number 407, out of a dam called Huraya, who herself is out of Ramouche. So again, this is one of the top of families, height of fashion. Family Sarrier is the dam of Gennati, Mutasabek. Some very good horses on this line. Mawathek. The fourth dam, I'm fairly certain, will be height of fashion. The second dam, Ramouche, is the dam of Muntazar and Taliyeb. And so there's a full sister to Taliyeb. There's a site on Irish racing that allows you to look at registered horses. And there I did see Isaac Sweddy and Simon Munir. This one was sold to High Flyer for €35,000. And it is with the owners, Isaac Sweddy and Simon Munir. There it is. It's the Persian King Huraya, and the horse has been called Cinnamon Cocoa. So that one is in training, but again, no page at this stage for the horse himself. Just the one at Tattersalls, lot 497, was in fact withdrawn from the sales by a Yeoman's Town stud. Lot number 497 was a colt out of Miss Mond. That's the family of Group 3 Australian winner, Mask of Time. The third dam in Miss Tahiti, the dam of Miss France. And Steinem. Beach Bunny as well, the dam of Dubai Mile, who was on Classic Watch a few years back. Not a bad horse, this, I don't think. But at the moment, no, I can't find any reason why anybody would want to tell me what this horse is named. You'll see it has got a French page. exported to Ireland in 2022, December, and that once horses leave France, they tend to not really figure much on France Gallop, so that's another one with no performances and no entries. As I said, very early days for all of these horses, very early days for the stallion himself. You'll see there, if people look at his form, you'll see at 2, he was a miler at 2, winning the Group 3 Autumn Stakes, and he also was a miler there as well. So that's why you see, if you look at his stud record, they've not even gone up to a mile yet. So it's fair to say that the Persian King's on the ground. People are thinking they need a bit of a trip. 7 furlongs minimum seems to be the distance at this stage. Only 4, like I said, have been tried. 2 have been placed. Right, I'm going to end this video here now. Fascinating look at how these horses are progressing. I think you will agree. Some of them going through the pipelines quite nicely. They're named now. People are able to track them. On France Gallop, they have their own separate pages, so people will be able to see when the horses are entered and when they're racing. Only a couple in the UK and Ireland where it's not as easy to do that, unfortunately. So I will end this video now. What I will do is I will leave a playlist to the sales and auction playlist steer at the end of this video, so people will be able to see all the 3 videos from this series so far. And I will also give everybody an opportunity who has watched this video and has chosen not to subscribe to the channel at this stage, an opportunity to do so. But for now, an interesting week of racing coming up with Dornock has taken out the Belmont Stakes, which was raced this year at Saratoga over 2 furlongs separately for Classic Watch 2024. Next week, we are taking a look, I think it's time for the French Oaks next week. Back to Chantilly for the 2nd French Middle Distance Classic. But for now, I will leave this video here. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic week ahead. And take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Goodbye, everybody.